You there! Are you looking to enter the village? You'd best go elsewhere, friend. What's wrong? There's no business to be had here, that's for sure.
That man just now seemed right.
You'd best go elsewhere, friend. What's wrong about this place? There's no business to be had here, that's for sure.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
The latest tidings from was a tragedy to those who suffered the beasts. I thought to myself, and indeed, we have our still, that I would see.
"'Tis good you lessen the load you carry. A lighter step can make all the difference in... battle.
That went as well as we might have hoped. Let us cast our eyes about and analyze the situation.
I fear I've not you.
Why, you there? Your presence is requested at the tavern this evening. Who's the one requesting? I didn't ask. It is none of my concern.
We meet again. Truth be told, would you care to stay and talk a moment? I'm glad. Sit down, won't you? I'm rather fond of this place. I ne'er imagined a city could be like this, and how could I have? In all my life, I've hardly left the palace. My mother is... Oft did I long for a taste of... My mother has always procured the things I covet for me, so... Which reminds me, I owe you a debt. I fear I cannot repay the full sum all at once. I have rather little in the way of spend. Pray, take this for now. My apologies, friend, but I'd best be going. I mustn't let Mother find out I left the palace. Thank you for indulging me. I do hope we'll see...
This might be worth a read.
Shall we take a closer look?
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by Master Storyteller.
Sweeping me off my feet. I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace, discussing a curious rumor.
Regarding the Queen Regent? And an important personage, you mean?
Indeed. Some suppose there is more to her relationship with this Batali dignitary than is publicly known.
Aye, you've my gratitude. Don't be modest. Let me show my thanks.
One path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you another time.
There will be other opportunities to lead. For now, let us follow.
Is that who I think it is? Aye, I reckon so. Rather more common looking than I'd expected. But I suppose that's neither here nor there. It's a question of skill, I don't know. So you say, but you wagered against... What brings you here?
Well met, sir. How might I be of service? Fancy a look at my wares? Always a pleasure.
Ah, you must be the visitor I've heard so much about. You would know of our village? As you can see, 'Tis a simple place, tucked away on the eastern edge of Vermund. Is there aught else I can help you with, sir? Arthur. 'Tis a name unfamiliar to me, I'm afraid. At least, no one by that name lives here, sir. As you like, sir.
This is the inn. We've room for, of course. Nothing's free in this world. It would benefit us all if the roads were safer. Glad to be of service.
What do you want?
Oh, you've a sharp... You wonder how I know? For starters, 'tisn't just me. Not mysterious about it. We've our sources, but don't worry yourself. I can't offer you any help, though. Still, I suppose I could give you a bit of advice. I've a hefty wager riding on you, cuz.
Do to someone else what I just did to you. What could she have meant by that?
Ah, you must be the visitor I've heard so much. As you like, sir.
What brings you here?
Hail! I take it how'd he know to expect you? Why not ask him yourself? You'll find him in the manor atop the on hill. If you're curious, why not...
Don't bring trouble to my door, you hear?
He shall remain here.
Here to ask aught of me, are you? Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
Greetings. I must say I'm impressed by your intuition, sir. I trust you are enjoying your... If you have any questions, ask away. If aught about our humble village seems strange, for 'tis here that thieves are in to begin with. Those who want... Of course, you are no exception, which is to say, you have my approval. Is there aught else you care to ask? You're curious what I know of you? Naturally, I'm not the only... You're the second Arisen to come. In response, she... Oops. Don't misunderstand. Those who deal in information... Is there aught else you care to ask? Arthur, you say? I've lived in this village many a year, but... Is there aught else you care to ask? Aye. Take care, then.
Putting that aside, we could add a warrior to our ranks. What say you, Master?
Their mighty attacks could easily swing the tide of battle in our favor.
We shall await you here, Master.
You made it after all. Guess that...
Dear me.
You didn't disappoint, did you? You've done well. See, figures you'd want to know about him. We're supposed to be neutral, but I suppose I can tell you. His real name is Dara, but he's been... We had no choice, see? We're men and women of That's why he was cast out. That all you wanted to ask? For all this, Dara... But he failed. So the title fell. That's when he went off, saying, and what a... Still, you'd have a heart. But we can't have him think... Me thinks he needs... That all you wanted to ask? What can I say? Not many people bother with this anyway. Maybe send them packing with a trifle. We only train the rare few who make it here. That all you wanted to ask? Aye. Till next time, then.
You're the one, then? Fuck.
You've my gratitude.
Not half bad!
How dare you?
Dear me.
My apologies for the wait. We grew further apart than I'd anticipated.
You take care not to stray so far next time.
No doubt you're dazzled by my... Splendid. Well met, sir. Take joys by the handful and regrets by the pinch.
Having more of these to hand ought serve us well in battle.
Let us take care when and how we put them to use.
You're a welcome sight, Arisen. As ever, I'm yours to command. You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives...
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by way of...
Tis a pleasure to meet you.
If your pack grows over full, simply ask me to sell off your surplus items. I'll have the gold for you in a trice.
I pray my efforts aid your cause. If ever you've need of an ear to listen, you have but to ask. A troubling rumor has reached my ears, and methinks I ought to share it. 'Tis said there is an illness fools can contract beyond the rift that inflicts unspeakable harm on those around them. As it progresses, the pawn gradually loses all self-control, and in time will even cease to heed the Arisen's commands.
Indeed. Well, we shall have to remain watchful, lest one of our company should start showing signs of this sickness. 'Tis a letter most inscrutable, and I fear... It will remain as such if we cannot find another piece to this puzzle.
I wish I could go on an adventure.
Well met, sir. Time to be heading.
Now seems a fine time to sort through your belongings, Master.
Perhaps 'tis time we returned to our base of operations and deposited some of our finds.
Oh, now here's a surprise.
Our collection grows.
Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
"'Tis done, Master. Now a ferry stone can whisk us here whensoever we desire." We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
Aught you need of me?
I suppose I could indulge you. I've nary a clue.
What a bizarre village that was. I'm still not sure what to make of it.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim, I bear word from Regent Ken Sven, your Majesty. He espied the delivery of a suspicious package to a man named Allard. A minister who happens to be one of the Queen Regent's staunch from the pains he took to remain on scene. That alone is reason to suspect a connection to Deeza's schemes. We must. The Regent Kin intends to call Allard to his chambers. He bids you to use this opportunity to search the minister's chambers and see if there's aught. I shall ensure that the door to the minister's chambers is open. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Have you divined aught of the false sovereign, your Majesty? This appears to be a bill calling for the arrest of a man named Dara. But hold a moment. Does this man's countenance not bear... I see. Ah, but of course. A clever plan. Furthermore, 'twill serve as an attestation to Dara's and all the while, the doubts lurking in a clever ploy indeed. I've no doubt that this bill would prove its worth in due course.
So the false sovereign operates at the behest of Queen Regent Deeza. This spider has woven her web rather carefully.
As pawns are not permitted within the castle, I will bid you farewell when we reach the entrance. Over here, if you please. Over here, if you would. We've arrived, just as planned. We shall remain here.
You are the Arisen, yes? Follow me! Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards spy you, I will be forced to play.
Have you heard the news? The new recruits are to be sent out to Melve. Melve, I say. I'm not sure.
As it should be. 'Tis no concern of ours. I'll hear no more of this tittle-tattle. You? Pray focus.
All my peers have so much more. Oh, the launch goes away.
I wish the minister would be more careful. He takes the sentinel posted outside his chambers. Not as if we let the bees run around the palace, eh?
ours for the taking!
I am shamed.
Fast! You have the strength!
Not to mess. My head will roll close to
What business could be so pressing that I must be summoned at this late hour?
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive matter for the Regent Kin to...
Oh, perhaps the boy has finally grown wise.
My lord...
Oh, unring your... As if anyone in this palace would... Now, if Wilhelmina...
surely none more important than...
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be...
Well, well. Yours isn't a face I'm accustomed to seeing around the palace. How did you get in here?
Oi! Who goes there? Who's there?
Tut, tut. Now, this just won't do. How's a lady supposed to work with all these interruptions?
Oh, it is you, Lady Wilhelmina.
Mm-hmm. Do excuse us. We thought to enjoy a little fresh air. Though, we had hoped for slightly more privacy, if you catch my meaning.
Apologies, milady. But might I ask the name of your companion?
Are you sure it would be wise? Such knowledge has been known to cost a man his head.
Understood, milady. If anyone asks, I shall say I saw naught.
A narrow escape. You should count yourself lucky that he was so easily flustered. I don't appreciate having my motives questioned. Still, you are welcome to come calling, should the... Off you go now, if you wish to...
It seems you've made a discovery regarding the false sovereign.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. And I know this sigil well. 'Tis the... Let me see. Pray make haste in securing Melv. That ought a meager clue. Though... 'tis clear that the Queen Regent, though the political situation is stable at present, I fear such a partnership would only portend, at any rate, to seem our search has led us to only more questions. I will investigate these matters as best I can. Only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's and ere it slips my mind. Pray.
Phasers. Now there's a name to remember.
Shall we seek out the young man from the other day? Follow me. I will guide you to the location.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
The person we're here to meet is nowhere to be seen. Shall we come back later?
The current hour ill suits our progress. Let us visit an inn or make camp and set out again later.
What to make of this?
The hours seem to fly when I'm here.
This looks as good a place.
Welcome.
I'll have an early
Can get very dull. Greetings. You need only make a worthy offering in exchange. I have seen your path. You've my gratitude. 'Tis lovely to see you.
Slim pickings of late. Am I losing my touch?
I'll make a living if I get myself.
All this quiet makes me itch to cause a stir.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow. Twas a certain sorcerer who left the deepest impression. Never have I seen such nimble use of magic. I trust we've all inspected our equipment.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Ready to forge on?
Arisen.
Hi. Faring well, I hope. Would you care to join me? I'd not say no to a bit of company. I was hoping you'd say. Do you know, I had a feeling we'd meet here today. Intuition, I suppose. Say, you're not from round here, are you? How I envy you. This city is all I know. I long to learn more of the outside. She's always telling me how dangerous it is beyond the palace. After all, if the world truly is so perilous, what of the lives of our people? It seems unfair that I... But listen to me waffling on. Ah, I almost forgot. Here, I brought more of the money. My apologies, friend. But I'd best be going. Thank you for indulging me. I do hope we'll see... I'm afraid I must be going now. Thank you again for your aid.
Hi, got some coin to spare your humble story? What would you of me? I'll have no trouble, thank you. Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my tale entertain you? Nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, as today I shall speak of riddles and monsters with frightful mystique. In the north of Vermont is our curious tale staged, where ventured a hero off left on the page. He delved into a temple of baleful feature, only to be confronted by a four-legged creature. But when our hero drew his blade, unto him a demand. And who the asker? Why, the beast! An uncanny affair, to say the least. Yet there was no time for shock and dismay, as answer my riddle.
Unless I am much mistaken, we have cause to visit a place not far from here.
The decision of which task to prioritize is the Arisen's to make.
So a mighty attack did our hero dispense, to conquer his foe and banish it thence. With a single strike was the towering beast repelled, to quail in fear at the mortal strength it beheld. Such is the legacy of Lord Rosamond, who, needless to say, was the father of House Berkeley, which lives on to this day.
I suppose that's enough for one day.
Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my tale entertain you? Nay.
You called? Forgive me, but you do not appear to be in need of aid.
Listen close, as today I shall speak of riddles and monsters with frightful...
I've never seen them.
Fire will prove effective against this foe. I did my best to match your skill, Master.
Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by...
That was well thought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
Go on, have a look. Business hasn't been the best for some time now.
Many thanks.
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
Gold is a resource best spent judiciously.
Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears.
Would that I was kept half as busy. I've no words.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my tale...
Welcome to Bjorn's Armory, and quality's what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember, many thanks. I appreciate the business.
At once, Master.
Tranquil places such as this are real treasures.
Fancy a look at my wares?
This is my sword. I don't know what to do.
Look, as long as you keep it tomorrow. It's just life.
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost... hospitality in all Vernworth. Much obliged. I fear I've no wisdom to...
The Maester's teaching is yours, Arisen. I dare say there's no truer sign of mastery, nor better reward for your efforts.
I shall strive to learn from your example, that I might reach new heights of my own.
Another day, another adventure. Mayhap I'll move around. See what's selling.
Look, as long as you...
This is most convenient. Another destination we were bound for is not far from...
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you. Have you found any of the items we discussed? Chance. Do come again.
Suppose I best earn my keep. Feels eerie with no one about.
Always another enemy to see.
Have you taken leave of your senses, Arisen?
Never mind what they say. I'll hold my head high.
Oh, could use a rest.
Pawns are permitted to approach the castle, but not walk the grounds. I shall accompany you to the entrance. Come, I'll lead the way.
If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
Seems my feet always lead me here.
Somehow my feet always carry me.
So, you've come. Captain Brandt bade me allow you passage.
Have you come to release me from this jail? Who are you? Oh. Then we are presented with or have you proof that you are arisen, as you say? Ah. They say the Arisen's breast bears a wound akin to the dragon's claw. By that mark, 'twould seem 'tis true. This reminds me of a happening 148 years ago. During the reign of Regent Alphonse, a man named Crusoe appeared and claimed to be arisen. He went before the people, insisting that he, and not Regent Alphonse, was the true arisen, the one fit to lead them as their ruler. And what befell him, you ask? Ha! Crusoe was discovered to be a liar, whereupon his head was liberated. Aye, I dare say your arrival portends another beheading, but whose will it be, Escape? Here I spend my days perusing, and I need not turn my ear to deep. That said, if you know of a place with a mountain of tomes, I could tell me. Does that ring any bells? I suspected as much. Then we are done.
How are we to fight with such worn-out gear?
Best quality sold in now.
So this is where you were, Master. I searched high and low for you.
You take care not to stray so far next time.
Arms for the poor. Pray grant those. Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. May fortune... Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. Ah, hold on a moment, Sir Arisen. Perchance you would be willing to aid me with... You see, one of the children we kept... Malcolm, his name is. He's a steady lad. This building's very old. It could be... Might I impose on you to search...
What we need now is information. The question is, where to find it?
True enough.
You best watch yourself.
Shall we seek some answers?
Say, I've noticed you walking around questioning people. Looking for information. If I were you, I'd pay a visit to the jail next, if you haven't already. The place is full of unsavory characters, as one would expect, who've seen things all...
Or you need me?
This is a place of prayer. Do keep your voice low.
I fear I've much to attend to.
Is Malcolm all right? We were supposed to go exploring together. But I wish he'd woken me up. I was really... Please, sir.
Good day, sir. Chaos in the world. My prayers have been answered.
Where could Malcolm... Perhaps you could try asking the other...
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
Can scarce afford to keep us...
Malcolm's been really into... Just the other day, he was going round... I wonder what it was. Malcolm. All don't know why he bothered.
We'd best report back.
Vaults, you say? Ah, but you mention rubble, aye? Come, I fear there's not a moment to lose. Pray, follow me, and quickly.
I see our goal has changed. I would not presume to direct our course, but do let me know if you require a guide.
There will be other opportunities to lead. For now, let us follow.
I believe this is the place to which the children were referring. Look, there, a hole. Could he have passed? There is naught to be done but have a look for ourselves. Let us make haste.
We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
How are we to get through this door?
Battle is best avoided here.
Malcolm, thank goodness you are unharmed. You have my eternal gratitude, Sir Arisen. Now I can breathe freely at last.
Sir Kendrick? You'll never believe what I've found. Books, sir.
Truly? Perhaps we ought...
We ought to follow close behind, lest we get separated.
True enough.
I grant your weapon a magical boon.
Over here. Come.
Heavens above!
Isn't it amazing? And I found it. Me.
'Tis quite a find indeed. Is this why I've ne'er seen so many books? Might I ask that you not share the existence of this place with others, sir? We cannot allow the knowledge accumulated here. We ought to entrust its care to someone. As for you, Malcolm, I forbid you.
Oh, but...
However, in exchange for your son, let's investigate this place.
It near boggles the mind that so impressive an archive slumbered here. 'Tis surely any scholar's dream.
True enough.
To charge ahead may be to rush headlong into danger. Let us take care to move as one.
Naught can threaten us if we watch each other's backs.
Hoi! How do you do? This place is
The books ne'er seem to end. Who could have...
We shall remain here.
Well, have you found some place I might sate my scholarly curiosities? Oh, to think such a place existed. Guide me outside, then. If you can deliver me from this pit, I ought to be able to find the rest of the way on my own.
I should very much like to rejoin you, Master.
This should be far enough. If you truly are arisen, then I swear to someday repay this. Words may be wind, but mayhap the knowledge I've gained reading tomes of Eld could be a...
We have aught we need to deliver, do we not? Let us find the intended recipient.
We ought to make the delivery now, lest it should end up lost or misplaced.
True enough.
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes?
Indeed. Tell us, there's been a shift in the chain of command.
As a reward for your Majesty's efforts, you have been invited to attend the coronation. 'Twould seem congratulations are in order. You will, of course, require raiment befitting of the occasion. I would ask that your Majesty return once you've procured such attire. There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to... Since Magistrate Wardor has been safely delivered from his... Mayhap it would be prudent to visit the man on occasion. And now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? I thank you. Pray. Take...
Wonder if it's too early for dinner.
Shall we report this development to Captain...
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to aught shall change once we have attended the coronation. If your Majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so afore we depart. Very well. Is there aught else you would speak of, your Majesty? Ah, there is one other thing. Masquerades being as they are, you will require suitable raiment. Much is made of appearances at such gatherings. and 'twould be wisest to dress the part when joining the other revelers. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Aught shall change once we... If Your Majesty has any unfinished business to attend, very well. The coronation is to take place on the morrow. We shall depart early in the morn, so...
Master! Pray leave this place. My body, it refuses to obey me. There is a voice within my mind. It commands me, sways my very will.
Sways your will? Could it be that the gods sway? We must quit this place, Your Majesty. I fear our plans may fall to naught. Let us return to the tavern. We've been had. The false sovereign commanded the pawns at the coronation, proving his own power has arisen. According to Regent King Sven, the pretender was wearing some sort of lavish necklace at the time. I imagine this artifact is the godsway mentioned in that letter. Perchance 'tis a tool that grants power akin to that of the true arisen. Alas, unless we find some way to unmake this godsway's power, proving Your Majesty's legitimacy shall be difficult indeed. Allow me to speak to the agent we captured some days past.
Never could I have imagined such an outcome. What manner of artifact is this godsway? I suppose 'tis pointless to ponder. Let us await the results of Captain Brant's investigation.
True enough.
Good tidings, friend. As for me, I made the most of my week-long... You see, I grew so fond, and that's when I thought, I can't just give it to you, mind. Well, friend, what say you? Much obliged, friend. I hope you're as pleased with our deal as I... Suppose I'd best be off. I've my own home to get to. I hope you'll be happy here, friend.
It seems you must attend the palace masquerade if you're to meet the one who would falsely claim your title. 'Twould seem we've a need to visit the palace. I dare not enter the palace. We're here, and none the worse for wear.
You're far from your station, are you not?
ought to be said with peace and
Dalliances with bandits.
Have you heard? There's to be more restrictions on goods traded with Batar. Apparently, even privately owned items will come to be curtailed soon.
Whatever am I to do?
Well now, you're...
What is it? Has something happened?
We have it on good authority that a suspicious individual passed through here.
We need to scour the area. Well, scour will be right.
In here.
Open up!
You're dressed rather austerely for a patron.
My humblest apologies, Lady Wilhelmina. We've had reports of an unseemly character in the vicinity, you see, and...
Preposterous. I was out front till but a moment ago, and I did not see so much as a shadow.
Be that as it may.
You are excused. Leave this place, ere you invite our noble host's wrath upon yourself. I will summon you if aught is amiss.
Pray forgive the intrusion.
And what business have you here? In the nobles' playground? Hmm? You've the face of someone in search of a juicy morsel. Would you be looking for this, perchance?
Come on, then. Keep pouring. Do you take me for some green lad who can't handle his cups? I'm your damned king, and a king deserves royal treatment.
Of course, Your Majesty. Tell us, Your Majesty, would you prefer more drink, or shall we find some other way to amuse ourselves?
Aye. Let's change things up.
I believe I cautioned you to keep your drunken revelry in check, lest you forget these celebrations of your valor are but a pretense for more serious matters.
I know. I do. It's just I get the poison in me and things happen is all.
You need only serve as our false king until Sven becomes consul. Till then, however, you would do well to remember that your role demands a certain degree of dignity. I trust you understand your position, Your Majesty.
Nay, I mean as you say, I'll go and sober up.
Why not remove yours as well? This is not the masquerade hall, and we now find ourselves quite alone. What say we dispense with such pretenses and speak openly with one another, Lord Phaesus?
That will do. If you're discovered, yours won't be the only head that rolls. What is your purpose here, I wonder? If you came to learn of the Sovereign, then 'tis as you have seen. The man is naught but a ale-swilling pretender propped up by the Queen Regent. course, that begs the question. If he's a mere mummer, then where might our true Arisen be? You'd best go. I'll do what I can to help you make your escape. Come see me in my bordlery, whene'er you're so inclined. I'll instruct my attendants to send you straight to me.
Our patron pick another tonight.
Sometimes I wonder if I'd be better.
Some call it culture.
If you ask me again, I'll claw out his eyes. My apologies for the wait. We grew further apart than I'd anticipated.
Do take care not to stray so far next time.
It seems you have obtained information regarding the false sovereign. Captain Brant will be eager to hear of it, I'm sure. Shall we report this development to Captain Brant? I take it you've some business with this person. Then pray, follow me.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Here we are.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your majesty. Well, well. He is merely Deesa's puppet, then. 'Tis even were he to be removed, but if there's aught that compels my... He seems a man of import, and yet, I have never heard of him.